What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Kels.
And just in case you forgot, my name's Miguel Perez. And also with us today, we got a big man again, Big George. Give a shout out.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to shout out to the people out there that ain't got it right. Get it right.
Yes, sir.
That's your quote. I like that.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
And of course, we've got our main man, Frank, the mystery man behind the camera, that beautiful audio engineer, skills on tap.
I am the camera killer, and it's nice to see you all again tonight.
And what he means by that, he's the one who's knocking down the camera when we're filming.
I think they knew that.
No description needed.
Yeah, we're at Airplay Studios, and I think we need to get some more pictures out there, Kelton, of the studio itself. Because it's
Absolutely.
dynamic. When you come up here, George just came up here for the first time, and he was like blown totally away how it looks good, how it looks, and it's just
I got you.
It's just awesome. So we're going to go ahead and do a
we're
turnaround.
go ahead and give y'all a sneak
All right.
preview into what's going on. I know it's a little bit different than
That's
what
fine.
we
Let's
usually do.
blackface Frank. We're gonna put him
Yeah,
on the
probably
camera.
can't hear me because my audio's over here.
All right, go ahead.
Go
Just
ahead and
give him a
our
quick glance of the studio and
man
the setup
Frank
we
right
have
here.
here.
Got the whole ordeal. Let's get back center, guys.
All right, let's get back center. But you see that now. If you want to do a demo, this is the man to talk to. His equipment is high dollar. It's not no cheap, a flea market or I found on the side of that garage sale. This guy got high dollar stuff here. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be great quality when he puts it together. Also, if you're interested in learning guitar, he's going to be starting to do lessons here. So if you got a son, a grandson, nephew, whatever the case may be, this is the man to get. $25 an hour, I think what he quoted. There will be a minimum, but man, you learn an instrument, Kelton. You're a bad dude.
And
Absolutely.
I can't supply you with a guitar. I've got
Yeah,
a
and
few
he
on
got
hand.
like 5 guitars out here, you know what I'm saying?
Right, so.
He's got quite a good set of them, too. I mean, they're nice. I'll give him that every day of the
And
week.
on the guy's side, if you know an instrument, you got more chances of ladies.
Lady
Hey.
Killer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. My nephew plays guitar. I mean, drums, guitar. Well, actually, yeah, the drums. Since he was a little kid. Man, I got girls left and right, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's a handsome young man, but the fact that he plays drums after the concerts, man, people are just showing up left and right. You know?
All I can think of is just play that funky beat, there, white boy.
And that's actually the subject I think I want to talk about today is the music.
Music.
Music
Okay.
is a very powerful entity, man.
Oh, man.
I can see shots coming my way.
Okay, you know why he says that? Because music is also very influential. You know what I'm
It
saying?
is.
Man,
No, it is.
music has power. And it's a true statement when they say music calms the savage beast. You know what I'm saying? Because it's so influential.
Can bring them out too.
Yeah,
That's
no,
true.
it could do
That is
that.
true.
It can make you down. It can bring you up, make you happy. It can make you sad. It can make you angry. It can make you depressed. There's
Or
power.
it can make you want to do things to the women to make them feel right.
It can make the atmosphere
Them
change.
baby making music.
It is so powerful. It
Your
is,
body, baby.
yeah, remember that music?
Lay it
I think
down.
yours is a little bit more towards the classical
man.
section.
My
Yeah.
music is way better than y'all's music.
No, sir.
We be
I'm
like,
sorry.
oh, girl, I'll be in trouble if you left me now. I mean, we got some good love songs.
Y'all
got,
was crying about it the whole
y'all
time.
got
We was
that-
talking about putting in that work.
Put in that work, man.
you had to put in work with the
Wizard.
music. 'Cause we had it worked itself. You just had to be there.
No. They knew we was coming with the work
Oh, y'all
before
got
it even
it.
happened.
You
That
remember
came
with
up-
the gold digger. Man, be
You,
quiet,
you and
nigga.
Frank come from a different era, though.
No, we come from a different era, but I believe the music in our season was great. You could actually understand the lyrics.
Yeah.
And I believe they had a good message where y'all's music.
I just don't think you're listening to what's being said
No, I
sometimes.
listen to the music because I hang around with you guys a lot, and I hear the
There's a
music
lot of
y'all
music
putting
in
on.
my life that I listen to that you would consider very trashy, but then you start listening to it, you're just like,
I
oh,
fuck with-
okay.
Hey, Frank, I hung
You
around
start
these
listening,
guys,
you're like, you know
I hung
what?
around these
They got
guys,
something going on with it. They got
and I
a
listen
little
to
bit.
what they put in the jukebox, and I'm like, oh, man.
He hates whenever I put.
hate
I
when
put
these
this
guys
song called
get a hold of the
Waukesha.
music, man.
I put the song Waukesha on every time, and he's just like, "Why do I know this song?" I'm like, "Cause I play
Man,
it
in my day, we
every
had like
fucking
Milli
time."
Vanilli, man. Girl, you know it's true. Milli Vanilli was good. I don't know anybody.
I could admit there is a lot of classical music that is real good because I was raised by a single mom, and the music that she listened to was a lot more different than the music that I listened to. and it's great.
Yeah, because you told me, how old are you, George? You told me?
I'm 27.
You're 27. You're only like a year older than my boy. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm not no year younger than you.
no,
Man.
yeah. So no, they're my son. You're a year.
You can be like
You're a
my
year.
dad, man.
Yeah, pretty much. Because like I said, my son is a year older
don't
than
go
you.
there.
But music is so
Frank could be my grandpa.
music
Hey,
is so
Frank would be a
powerful.
good grandpa. I can tell you that right now.
I became a grandpa in February.
Congratulations.
Right?
man.
Yeah.
And I bet you when that happened, there was some music playing.
Oh, you know that's right.
He was playing the music. What are you talking about? He was the one doing the music.
But it's so powerful, man, because I remember like in 8th grade, I don't know why, I was a dumb kid, but I fell in love with this girl, and I just chased her and stuff like that. And there's these songs that played, and it's by R.O. Speedwagon, I Wish You Were There. And every time that song played, I'd be like, man, it made me emotional, and I start crying. And my buddies are trying to be cool with you, you know. We were drinking at that time. They were trying, oh my God, it's all right, but
That's why you don't like them people that drink and get all sad because you was the one doing it.
And they were trying to encourage me, like, you going to get her, man? You're like, yeah. And the next day, they make fun of me. Man, you were crying last night. I'm like, man, you suck, man, you suck. But that's how that music will move me, man. You know what I'm saying? It's
Music is
powerful.
really influential. I mean, even if you get down to the point, I had a conversation with the main man Frank behind the camera about getting a little music inside of our podcast, just that subtle little bit in the thing. Because I started realizing when I started doing this, I started paying a lot more attention to things. And the one thing that I did pay attention to was watching movies. There's always music playing.
Always.
There's always music playing in the background of some sort, some subtleness. The only time it gets real quiet is when you know something's about to pop off. Mm-hmm. And that's when because it's about to pop off because that's what is it? Subconscious, your
Look at Jaws.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that music was like, oh, he's gonna get her.
Yeah, because you get that music, it moves you in a way that it doesn't. There's nothing else like it, and that's why I'm so surprised that certain people like it the way they do, especially someone like you and your religious standpoint, because
yeah, my Lord.
No. I'm thinking of it because
you got that old school stuff that I grew up with. You know what I'm saying? Some Mafia. You know the 80s. Man, Michael Jackson more in the 80s than he was in the 90s and 2000s.
Get back in the AC/DC.
Pile Up Jew, stuff like that. I went big on the heavy metal, but there's a lot of songs that I like from AC/DC. Bon Jovi, and I hear those man Journey. I love Journey. You know, I hear them like that. You know, and some time passed. I got away. I got more into the things of God, and I love black gospel. Man, I love black gospel, dude. I mean, I can.
So do I.
That's what I jam into.
It really hits different.
Yeah, it's just
does.
like and so it just realized that how powerful music can be, even to a negative point. There's kids that have killed themselves. There's kids that have killed family members based on the music that they listen to, and it was so powerful, so influential that they
took
murdered
that step.
on the message that was it.
Yep.
When I write gospel, it's black gospel. I can't help it. I mean, I don't set out to do that, but in the end, when I look at what I've written and what I've done and how the arrangement ends up, it's black gospel.
Yeah, it's hard not to, because man, that stuff gets you moving. That's that type of music that really gets you in there. It gets you heartfelt. It makes you feel that love, that grace of God, man. That's the best.
And I've listened to the all kinds of gospel, but the black gospel is the one I love the most. But when it comes to music, man, it is so powerful. So influential.
So much energy.
So much energy. It can, like I said, it can make you sad. It can make you happy. It can make you I've gone with you guys out there, and I don't like the music play, but I've seen some songs come on, and as soon as those songs come on, everybody starts screaming and yelling and shouting, and I was like, man, they start singing, terrible singers, but they're, it's just so influential.
You can't say that because you've been involved in that.
I've been a part of some of my confess.
There's one day in particular that I caught this man doing some singing, and someone caught it on camera, and he didn't know that he got caught on camera doing it because he was having so much fun. He was having so much fun, and man, this dude was
I remember
singing.
it was Fernando Fernandez, the Mexican Elvis.
Oh man,
man, you come on.
Yeah.
Great.
He was going in. He was going in
I think it was
hard on it, bro.
There was
Like
like
he was.
7 of us singing. Somebody recorded it.
Oh,
It was
was
like,
that that barbecue?
I don't
No,
know.
that wasn't at the barbecue. That was at
It was
the
at
bar that
Buckles
night playing pool.
and stuff, you know. But at the moment everybody got together, stuff like that. My thing about music is, you know, even in churches, like, you know, should you not listen to secular music? I can't say yay or nay about it, but the thing is, you have to be careful because there is a message in every song.
That's true.
And not every message is good, man.
Not every
good.
message is
That's
good.
why I like the music that I listen to, because a lot of it is more I'm listening to what's being said. It took me a while to get to that point, because before it was all like, you know, females and money and drugs and beer
Yeah,
and
that's
females
real
and
big.
more drugs. Like, there was a period of time where I lived in that kind of
That all
that
sounds
mentality.
so complicated. In my day, it was just sex, drugs, and rock and roll. You know?
Yeah, I
Well,
mean,
not-
but that's
not
all it was.
totally.
That's what like always bothered me, because it was once I got to the point of realizing what the statement was underneath, it was nothing beneficial to me. So then I started listening to certain other music, and man, I tell you what, there's some music out there that you don't even know it's speaking a message that it's speaking.
Yeah.
And that
some
is
of it's
so
just
true, Kelvin.
crazy.
So true.
And I'm very aware of that. A lot of people are not, you know, and the thing is, a lot of people don't even listen to lyrics, George.
I apologize.
They listen just
Sorry,
to the
buddy.
to the
I'll
beat.
massacre this camera sooner or later.
I'm blaming him for my mistakes.
I'll let y'all finish.
my
a lot
bad,
of
my bad.
a lot of people don't listen. A lot of people don't listen to the lyrics. They listen just to music and the beat and stuff like
The
that.
rhythm.
Yeah, but they don't listen to the message. And I freaking one time even had a whole teaching on this. But I asked her, what do you think about a guy that gets a girl pregnant? And then she approaches him like, "Hey, this is your baby," and the guy don't want nothing to do with it. Oh, hell no! And they're just response like real negative. You won't like that at all. You don't think that's good? No, it's not wrong. The guy needs to do like that. And I asked several people, and I was like, "Okay, do you like the song Billie Jean?"
Yeah.
And that's what it's about. It's
I'm
about
over here
him
thinking about
like,
Confessions by
yeah.
Usher.
yeah, no, Billie Jean.
I love that song.
Billie Jean, everybody loves it, but it's about
but I can
a
dance
girl
my
that's having
ass
a
off
baby,
to it.
and she's saying, "Hey, this is your baby," and he's like, "I ain't the
Billie
one."
Jean.
I ain't the one.
Got my love.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But that's what the whole song's about, and he's like denying it.
Where's
Yeah.
Judge Mathis when I need him?
Yeah, and the whole thing, he's denying it. Girls love that song, but the message is that's what it is. A guy saying, "No, man, that ain't my baby."
But then that subconsciously, like, it instills in your mind, and people don't realize how much influence that puts in your mind and puts in your life. Like, if you go out there and you listen to certain music, like I've learned that I've had to mediate the music I listen to other music. If I start listening to nothing but like rap, you know, I'm gonna be feeling that type of way all the time. Versus I go listen to a little bit of rock, you know, I'm gonna feel that type of way. If I go
It's
listen to some
definitely a
love
mental
songs,
state.
it's gonna make me feel that type of way. I don't know what it is, but I've learned that controls me in a different way that I've ever.
That's why I'm not.
expected.
I'm not. Go ahead.
Medically, if you go to see a psychiatrist, if you go see a therapist, these are one of the ways that they express to cope is with music. And that's because, like you said, music makes you feel a certain way. Well, with rap, yeah, it's really influential to do bad things, I guess. But there's Tupac. Tupac explained a lot about women being left with a baby, like Brenda's baby. You know, great song.
Yep.
Tupac, great artist. He always took it out for the woman. Always represented them high.
I mean, one of his most
never
famous
listened to
quotes that I ever heard was, well, I can't remember what
because I
song
look at
it
videos,
was, but he was like,
and
he
all I
was
seen
like,
was just a bunch of
we
women.
love our women, but we treat our women badly. I can't remember what
It's
song.
called "Keep Your Head Up" by
Yeah,
Tupac.
yeah, that's what it was, and he was specifically stating things about, you know, we hate our women, we abuse
beat
our
our
women,
women.
we need to love our women and treat them right.
But that's
He
not what
was
I saw in his videos.
Well,
the
that's the
video
thing.
was at a
But
bunch
you
of
were
naked
watching.
girls
You were
around him.
watching Tupac after the violence that happened to him.
No,
That's the whole.
no,
the
I
first-
don't
the-
like
the
Tupac.
original.
I don't like his jam. I don't like
The
his music.
original.
Tupac.
Whatever his
Not
name is.
Tupac.
But what I'm
Tupac.
saying is that if that was his message,
Tupac.
if that was his message, that's not how he portrayed it in the videos. Because every time I watch the videos, it was
Because you
just
were
him
watching
without his
you
shirt
were watching
and
the
all
one that
girls
was
and
most
everything like
famous.
that.
You were watching the one that was nothing but that specific target audience versus
That
like
was a bunch of his videos.
no,
Well,
it
a
really
bunch of his
wasn't.
videos-
No, I'm
were-
not saying nothing to the guy. I mean, he was a musician. He did what he needed to do and stuff
Yeah.
like that. I'm just saying that not all his messages were good. You know what I'm
He
saying?
carried a positive message, but you got to remember too, during his time, you know, he represented the black man, which were being oppressed by, you know, white male, you know, and you know, you just can't go against that. It's history.
You have to realize his upbringing too.
Gotta
His
understand
mom
that the
was
media
his
focused
mom was
on-
involved in the Black
Exactly.
Panthers. His mom was being used by him. His mom, like he treated his mom like crap, and it took him a while to realize what he did to his mom. His mom went through addiction, and he watched that happen. He had a
the
lot
song
of
Dear
love
Mama.
for his mom. In a sense of where he started to realize that the women of that generation, the women that were being treated the way they were, he was expressively getting into it, saying, "Hey, we're doing this wrong. We're doing these women wrong. We need to love and express our love towards these women instead of treating them the way we are." He did a lot like that. There was a lot of music.
But what
that-
happened was the media ended up focusing on that which was provocative.
Well, yeah,
That part.
because the ones that I saw,
So we only see what's provocative, and we end up labeling Tupac under those circumstances when there's a lot of more Tupac-centric, really kind of deeper stuff that the media didn't pick up on. That, you know, if you look a little deeper, like the man said, there's some interesting stuff there.
yeah, you know, and I'm not saying nothing
But
bad
then
about
you
it.
do got stuff like the new upcoming rap artist. Actually, he's pretty famous. Pooh Shiesty. I believe he's locked up now for murder. You know,
Well,
hey,
the music coming out today,
It's
dude, a lot,
terrible.
and
It's
a
a
lot of
lot
these
more-
artists are satanic.
The only person that I can sit here and say that I can genuinely believe that has a genuine message behind what he's saying is J. Cole. That's just me.
J. Cole's
That
great.
man speaks nothing but truth.
Well, everybody I've seen so far, I mean,
Can't forget
it's
Mac
just like
Miller,
they're
R.I.P.
coming out satanic.
Well,
they're out
he
putting
ain't
satanic.
here now. That's what I'm talking about now. But yes, you are right, 100%.
And
Well,
Kendrick Lamar.
I don't know a lot of these
Yes,
Kendrick
yes.
Lamar's
people. I'm just watching videos. I used to love the music awards. Now I can't watch it because all the performances just
Satanic as
pushing
shit.
LGBT stuff.
Satanic, I
They're
agree.
satanic.
That's just
They're
like that
literally
Rihanna
putting
thing.
I didn't know
symbols
we
out
were
there.
allowed to say that on this podcast.
Oh, I don't care.
It is what it is. I mean, that's what they're.
Well, I mean,
producing.
you got to think
They're
about
not ashamed of it.
what
Why
it was
should
that
we?
Beyonce thing.
Yeah, oh,
while
she's
she
one
was
of the
on
worst.
that was
or Rihanna.
no, it was Rihanna. That's what it was.
No, but Beyonce as well.
They were doing some satanic stuff in their music videos, or like the what was it, Weekend? You know, he was doing a concert, and literally Satan was written across
Yeah,
the.
yeah. Buzz
They're
Bunny.
creating
What's his name?
ritualistic stuff, and that, like, dude, people don't realize how powerful that is.
Oh, it is.
I mean, and we're not just talking about on a spiritual level. We're talking about these are what our kids are seeing. These are the things that our children are growing up seeing as normalized,
wanting
and
to
we've
be.
gotten so normalized to it. So you know.
It ain't nothing but a flick of a finger to get rid of it.
And again, no, it's more than that because it's very powerful.
Takes a
Again,
lot more than
They
that.
got a good beat. People are listening to this beat and they like it, but subconsciously you're picking up that. I am big on, and I tell my kids all the time, don't go to bed with the radio on. Don't I gotta have the radio on. I don't like that because your subconscious is picking up these messages, and it's a fact because I've been in
I used to do
places.
it.
I've been in places that, and I remember one time I was with my daughters. They were young, and we were at Walmart. And I started saying, "Spank that, thump on the floor, smack that." And my daughters were like, "What the hell you singing that?" And I was like,
Smack that.
"Smack
It was
that, yeah,
that.
smack that." Well, no,
All on the
spank
floor,
that.
smack that.
And I was
Give
like,
me some more. Smack.
and
yeah.
they thought it was the funniest thing, but I was like, "Where did I hit that song?" You know what I'm saying? But they were playing it. And my daughter said they were playing it, Dad. They were playing it, but I wasn't even paying attention.
But it
my
just naturally-
subconscious picked it up. That's why you don't listen to music when you're asleep because all those messages are hidden.
And you get the subconscious
Osmosis.
messages that are in there that people don't realize. There's subliminal messages inside of what mostly
It's a
is
proven
spoken.
fact. You know what I'm saying?
Like if you, there's certain songs that I realized whenever I was a little kid. I used to play on the internet. I had more access to the internet than my fucking parents understood. So of course, I did the things that I would do was research, look at stuff. I was
Pornhub.
I'm not to see. That's the things we can't say on here.
Promoting stuff. God dang it. Bleep 'em out.
Golly, okay,
them
we're
out.
cut.
Bleep it out.
We're going home. But no, like there was like songs that if you played them backwards, if you just played them backwards, they were evil as crap.
Oh, yeah.
They were talking about like clear
Kiss.
as day. I'm talking
Kiss.
clear as day.
Kiss had, they were well known for that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm like, dude, that's That's so
Ozzy
crazy.
Osbourne.
Charlton Manson.
Oh, Charlie Manson. It was like, okay, Marilyn Manson.
Marilyn Manson. Yeah, because I remember they made this rumor that he cut off his ribs, the
way
bottom
he
of
could
his
suck
ribs.
his own pee-pee?
Yeah.
And Marilyn Manson, and what they try to do, they try to play one song that's supposedly inspiring or and I remember, like I said, I was doing the teaching on the message on the music and how negative and how bad it is, and you have to be aware of that. And Manson had a song that's, quote unquote, sounded very inspiring, very godly, but it wasn't. Because I really sat down and listened to it, and it mocked the things of God. But I played it, and everybody was like, "Okay, yeah, it's a good." I played this in church. Listen to this, and they were all like, "Okay, nothing wrong." I said, "This is Marilyn Manson. This is Marilyn Manson. Y'all not paying attention to the message." Let's, of course, I highlight everything. I said, "Look at the message here." Just because even poison tastes sweet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So message is everything. Just because you have one song that's supposedly good.
What was Lucifer's job?
He was
upstairs.
known to be the worship and praise leader in heaven. He was like literally the
So
right
what
hand
was
of the
his
wind.
capability?
Oh, he literally had music.
He
coming
was
out of
known
theory.
for his music and his voice. So why do you think that they
I just got
would not
chills.
utilize that situation
yeah.
for that?
Man, they definitely do.
They do. Yeah, they definitely do. It's so to this point, it's so visual that it's
You know what we're talking about.
I watched.
Yep.
There was a show, and this video went viral, and I remember my daughter talking about it. And of course, they sometimes that day you're just too much. I said no. It's like y'all need to be aware and listen to stuff. But it was that show Wednesday with
Oh yeah.
Jenna, what's her name? Ortega.
I don't know what her name is, but I know what you're
Well, she
talking
does
about.
that.
Ortega, something
Yeah,
like
she
that.
does a video and where she does this dance, stuff like that.
And
She's
everybody's
gothic.
doing it on TikTok.
And
now.
everybody's doing it on TikTok, but the original song she uses, they don't play it. They switch it to "I'll dance, dance, dance with my hands." Well, that song, if you really listen to it, it's mocking when Christ got crucified. That's what that song is saying. I listened to it and I was like, okay, that's what it's saying. It's mocking when Christ got crucified. That's what he's saying.
And the thing is, you've got
all these people are dancing. I hear it one time, and I'm very aware of Muslim. I was like, do you know what they're saying? Man,
And I'm
paying
shocked
attention?
because I didn't even know that.
I didn't even know that either.
I said, are you paying attention when they're mocking when Christ got crucified? Because that's what they're saying. I lift my hand and wave them like Jesus. That's what it's saying. And they're mocking the whole crucifixion with that one song. And I was
that's not
like
surprising though. I mean, you've got to think you've got so much influence in the world with this music. You've got people that are doing things because of the music they listen to. And then they're sitting here saying that music, singing with it. We've done it just now a minute ago. We were just singing just random parts of a song.
Yeah.
Excuse me. But you have all these people doing these things. And it's amazing that people don't realize how strong whenever you use your words and you sing these things. And you're trying to sing with the song, you don't even know what you're singing. And it comes out that you are doing the same thing that you said you wouldn't do. You're like, oh, well, I would never mock God. But you sing this song, and that song is mocking God, and then you're mocking God. And it's like,
yeah.
And then you have these guys that they put up here in music, especially in rap. We're gonna use that as an example.
It's more obvious now that they're doing it. Yeah.
Well, it's more obvious in rap, but rock does it, country does it. They all do it. It's just more visually there in rap and pop, because those are the most sought after topics. So whenever you get these guys that are put up here on a pedestal and they're only talking about drugs, money, sex, killing people, doing this, being violent, all this crap.
A struggle.
Yes, but they're talking about it and they're glorifying it in a manner that is obviously not correct. They're not really trying to glorify it originally. Like when NWA came out, they weren't doing it to glorify it. They were speaking their truth. Now it's glorified. Now it's in a position of where they're like, oh, well, this is, yeah, you ain't cool enough.
You ain't cool.
Yeah, you ain't this. Yeah. You don't know no life. And then you got these kids that are following that, doing that lifestyle because they don't know nothing better. You've got these people that out here pulling a fucking Malibu's Most Wanted, trying to act like something they're not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's a crazy part.
Everybody's strapped now. Everybody's strapped. Everybody that listens to the gangster rap, I don't care how many, people feel about this. It's just facts, man. All the songs they listen to, everybody wants to be strapped up with something, with a gun, Now when you're cruising down the street,
But you can't run them hands
yeah,
though.
no, we can run them hands, man. Everybody's got to pull out a gun.
Win, lose. Hey, that's
You know?
what old school was like. Win, lose, draw. Boom,
Y'all
boom,
never
boom, boom.
watched Friday?
Rarely.
My boy Talk the Talk. He told us we put our hands up, we fight to win another day.
Win
Y'all
some,
better-
lose some, but just like that.
You fight to win another day.
I'll give you another song that a lot of people don't realize. It's about Satan, but you ever heard that song? It has that beat. Hoo hoo.
Oh,
Hoo hoo.
the Who?
I don't know what the group. Are you familiar with that song?
It's the Who.
Please let me introduce
Yeah. Okay. That song is about Satan.
man of
That's who he's referring
wealth
to.
and taste.
I was there. He said I was there when they crucified Christ and everything. That's who that song is about. Satan.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't know. They're like, who? And I was like, what the hell you listen
Every,
to, man? You know
every
what I'm
time I hear that song, I think about that movie that
Yes, but it's
that
not
Will
flattering,
Smith was
Miguel.
in.
No, I
And
think about Tom
tricked it-
Cruise.
No,
Tom
no,
Cruise, that-
no, because he did this. Will Smith and this other chick. They
Oh,
were
okay,
hustlers.
they're hustlers, yeah.
Yeah, and he did that to where he was like we did everything to make him think of the number 55, and they tricked him. And
Yeah, I saw that.
who is
Yeah.
5? So who is fucking 55, and subconsciously, and that's another reason why I bring this up, because subconsciously it drilled it into his head. Of course, with the other things that he was subconsciously seeing, that was one of the things that he thought he made a decision based on his own actions and his own ideals.
Yeah,
but
everything
in
was set
reality,
up.
yeah, exactly. And that's a crazy. That's man.
Yeah,
see,
but
this
it
is
is
that
the
that conspiracy stuff's coming out, man.
No, there's power
But
in
there's a
music.
lot of truth to that conspiracy.
The
man.
conspiracy is only fucking conspiracy until it's proven correct,
Well,
and
here's
it's
the
always
deal.
proven correct. We're
okay.
0 and like 5,000.
And I'll give you another example. You know what I'm saying? And this is for parents, man. You got to be very aware of what you're, let your kids watch. And even as an adult, most of the people that did, they're older kids that killed their parents and killed family members because Satan. I heard a voice. It said to do it. And it's the music we listen to. We were at Buckles, having a good time playing, and that song came out. I don't want to go to church because I want to get high. I want to do that. Dude, it's a very catchy.
That's not what it said.
Well, I don't know. You know what I'm saying. But the whole song's about
I will
getting high.
good clean my room.
And then I got high. Okay, but the whole song's about getting high. And all you guys are singing it, right? And I'm like, okay, I hate this song. You know what I'm saying? I hate getting high. I'm just against it. Right or wrong, that's not the debate, but I just don't like it.
Right.
So, but what was I doing? Going home? Oh, no, I don't remember. God dang it, I'm singing it, man. It's like, as much as I hate it,
it's like one of those things. Yeah.
me. It moved me, and there I was singing it. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
how powerful, man. That's why parents and people in general just have to be careful.
But
what
that's
you're
the beauty
listening
of music too. So we can take it from that step of saying, "Oh, well, it's so influential. You've got to be aware and look out for the bad stuff." But there's so much beauty in it too.
to. No,
there's songs like one of my
songs have got me through when I got divorced. You know what I'm saying?
There's so much music that has created such just amazing things in my life. Like right now, one of my favorite songs is "Wildflowers and Wine." I know it sounds weird. I forget. It's by Marcus.
I thought it was the Raining Men, but okay.
That's the second one. That's the second one. But no, like the song, it's just talking about basically drinking a little wine, playing in the field, enjoying your life. And that's what it's talking about. And you keep listening to it, and it just dives deeper in that. Now there may be some type of evil part in it, maybe partaked, but dude, that one song has brought me out of so much conflict in my mind that just is unexplainable. And that's one thing that I love about music. It brings you away from the troubles you have in the world, and it makes you just it can be so vibrant, so beautiful, so empowering. Yes, some music has such a dark, demeaning
they're
meaning
both-
behind it, but
It's how you use it. A gun could be used to save people's lives, but also could be used to destroy people's lives. Music is the same way. I love
Absolutely.
Christian music. The message is so powerful. It helped me through my divorce that season, and it was the ugliest thing I've ever faced. But man, some music, some songs, dude, just got me through the day, got me through the hour, got me through the minute.
Got you through life.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Until, it's like, because it just helped me, man, just to be at peace. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so it could be used both ways. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely, it can. It's such a powerful thing. I mean, even just sitting around, let's say, a campfire, and playing on the guitar like this gentleman does
Frank
every
just
once in a
jamming on
while.
his guitar.
Yeah, he'll
like
play
SpongeBob.
a little guitar
I
for
was
us,
on
and
the beach
it's
in
just
Florida last week
Yeah.
doing just such a thing.
it's one of those things. There doesn't even have to be words. That's just the rhythm and the feeling of the vibrations of those chords, just
By the
making
way-
life so much better without even any implication of worry or concern or anything that's negative. It's just it's amazing. It's so beautiful
No, it
sometimes.
is.
You know, but coming back to y'all's last podcast, y'all were talking about alcohol and substance abuse. Don't you think that drinking and smoking weed has a lot to do with the way you feel, how music generates through your body as well?
Yeah, no,
Yes.
absolutely.
Very influential toward it.
Very
It
important.
helped. I think it might guide the influence a little bit further.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
Right.
agree.
I
Going
remember
back-
we were at the cookout, okay, and a lot of people were gone, and I don't know. Somebody started playing some Spanish song, and Frank, you weren't drinking, George. As soon as you heard the song, give me a beer.
Give me a beer.
They were like, no, you're not there. But right away, like because of the song that came on.
2 years sober.
Yeah,
How to get me a beer.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because it can hit you the right way, or it can also hit you the wrong way.
I mean, and I can't say that was a negative way, but I can't say it was positive either. It was just one of those things that it just resonated with him just the right way to bring out that specific situation that just made him be like, you know what, I love life. I want a
I was
beer to
having
enjoy
a
with
great
it.
time.
We were having fun
were
that
having a
day.
fun
And the
time.
thing is you got to think about how many people go. You're bringing up alcohol and weed, for instance. You think about how many people play music at like a bar or anything, and there's music constantly playing in the background where you're not even like actually paying attention to what's being said, what's being sung or whatever, and you're sitting there having a good time. And then eventually you get to the point where you attach that memory to that song. I don't know if y'all do this or not, but I do.
Yeah,
Any type of
Well,
memory
that
that
one
is.
song for RSP with that girl. Every time I hear that song, God dang
But,
it, I'm like,
but it's so
oh,
crazy. It's
memories, man. I love you, man.
how connected your
took me
whole
over.
senses are from being involved in just a simple situation, and there was just that one song playing in the background. You don't even remember how to sing it, but now because you remember hearing it, you're like, oh crap, this reminds me of that situation. Oh man, dude, that was a great time. I need to save this song. And then you start listening to it, and you just feel that same emotion of whatever it was that was going on. Say it was a good memory, it was a great time. You go in there and you're like, oh my gosh. You just listen to it, you're like, dude, I can't get enough of this song. Like it brings back
Quote
that,
unquote, that's my jam.
yeah.
That's my jam.
But then you also have those other songs that do the complete opposite, and people don't realize that.
You see, I have a sick mom, and she's incoherent. She doesn't talk a lot. But when she listens to music that she used to listen to back in the day, she kind of comes back. She kind of remembers who she is. That's how strong music can
Music
be in a positive
is so
way.
powerful.
Yeah, it
I've
is.
heard of that too, like people with Alzheimer's that just fade away. And like there was this one situation that I remember. I don't remember how I came upon the topic, but it was a woman that just couldn't really talk, couldn't really communicate, and
Just
and
withering away.
yeah, and the music started playing, and they started playing music for her and trying to have fun, having a party for kind of her release, so to speak, because she was releasing herself from the world, and she became so coherent, so expressive, so there. Like she was telling us,
miracle.
she was telling us stuff that we wouldn't have got out of a conversation 20 years ago, let alone when you're
some
thought
pill
of
bottle.
as you're just withering away. And it was so amazing. I just don't remember.
It
What
is.
it-
I've heard the testimonies that people got in a wreck, in an accident, they're in the hospital, they're not doing good, and the people are like, we just don't know what's going to happen. And the family comes in and they're like, let's just we just want to play some Christian music, no matter what happens. We want to play, and they played, and all of a sudden their vitals start getting better, and they start their body's healing. It's like, man, we see improvement every day, and next thing you know, they're out of it. You know what I'm saying? And those people will tell you, man, when I don't know why, but I just got like in a different area and everything was good. And to them, it felt like 5 seconds, but it was actually a good amount of time. Yeah. But the music that was playing is what made the difference.
Well, it's just like that. Nicholas Tesla said, to understand the universe, you need to think in numbers, frequency, and vibration, because this
I like
world thinks of nothing but that. You think about how this vibration of that guitar strumming makes that feel. I mean, I know this sounds a little bit indifferent than what most people think, but if you really think about it, everything that you do is constant vibration, constant, understanding of what vibration is, and then you have the audio, the audio of that vibration.
Try strapping that guitar to your belly.
Yeah, it's just...
You want to know about vibration.
One of my...
I'll strum it for you, my boy.
Right?
Yeah.
Indeed.
It
One of my favorite
resonates
songs
with
is that,
you.
is that
Would
song
enjoy
Dream.
a guitar
There's really
quite a
no
bit.
words to it. It's called Dreams. And it's just like an instrumental, and all the ladies doing just like, ha, 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 ha. She just like, not even saying no words. She just let the tune go
I'm
with,
telling
with
you.
the instrument. It's one of my favorite ones.
frequency
I play it
and
every time I go.
vibration is
You ever
amazing.
played Halo?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
How does that get you ready,
Dude,
right?
I'm telling you though, it's funny because you get those guys that... Have you ever seen those videos where those guys go into like a bathroom and they're just like, dude, then I'm telling you, it's like you hear those guys just
You're like,
doing it
yes.
together. You're just like, I live that. I know what that feels like. It's like a whole new
It's that
meaning.
memory.
Yeah, it's
that cherished memory that's unlocked by hearing that sound.
just that simple thing. And that's what's so lovely about music. It's just so, it resonates in such a manner that you can't forget it.
Yeah.
But that's the good and the bad of it.
I guess the point behind this subject, and we discussed about talking about this, and we haven't, and it just came to me right now. But the point, I guess the whole message is you have to be aware. You have to be aware of what you're listening to. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Because it can have a positive effect and it can have a negative effect.
Yeah.
And not just listen to the beat, listen to the message. Because that's the most important thing of a song.
Absolutely.
It could be like, I'm scared to say it because, I'm religious too. It's like playing the Ouija board. You're opening up
Doors.
You're opening up doors to
That's a
demonic
no-no.
possessions, to demonic things.
Absolutely.
My grandmother, she's a beautiful woman. She's a Christian woman. She don't even like to watch scary movies.
Yeah, Scary Movie does the same
Because
thing.
it invites the same thing.
I'm not a fan
Invites the
It's a
same
either.
thing.
television. You tell a vision. That's what it is.
And so she's all about Christian music,
Yeah.
Christian television, and
It's hard though, because in this
it
this
is
time and
very
age,
hard, man.
this time and age, that's what a lot of this world depends on and runs on is the movies, the
I know I do.
music. I'm definitely
And
involved.
they're
in that.
not aware of
There's
the
just
darkness
so
behind
much.
it. That's just it.
It's like the movie the other day that you wanted to watch that I really wanted to watch was what was it? Doctor Strange Multiverse of
Oh, man,
Madness.
great movie. Marvel all the way.
Very dynamic
But what did you say about that movie? You had to leave because of why?
because there's demon possession in it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
it's
people
very-
don't, they're so normalized to it. It's just
Yeah,
one
yeah.
of those things that just, it's so normal.
So
Don't get
He
me wrong.
possessed another body. In the movie.
I really like watching
And let me
those
tell you,
movies.
the message there is at the end, that spirit was still in him.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
That third eye came open for a reason.
Yep.
Yeah.
He opened
that's
himself to that spirit, and he couldn't get rid of it.
and that's
He
the
thought he
crazy
could
thing.
have.
And unfortunately, that's something that resonates with the public.
Yeah, and it's so normalized, and that's what sucks. That people don't realize that they have to pay a lot of attention to themselves, and they have to pay a lot of attention to what they're intaking. And we're not talking about just food. We're talking about what you see, what you hear, and what you watch.
And what you do.
Yeah.
You have to pay attention to yourself with your actions.
Because you never know, you might be doing something that
Well, here it goes. Those
if you're
things
religious,
influence
ungodly.
your actions.
Absolutely.
Those things influence, like you said, there's a lot of people strapping now. Why? Because those songs come out and
But there's a lot of people also doing they're repeating the song and they're singing along. They don't even know what they're saying. They don't
Right.
realize how bad the what they're saying is bad.
yeah,
And so-
like I said,
and
there's
sometimes they
songs
come-
there that they don't even know the message. Go ahead, Frank. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sometimes they come to the conclusion too soon.
Yeah.
Case in point, I'm sorry. The musical engineer finally has an opinion on music.
You know what? I'm grateful for
39
you.
minutes into this, but take a moment to really listen. Let's take a case in point. I know it's old music, but it has been brought up before, so I'll go ahead and do so. It's
Hit
the
it
Rolling
with us.
Stones. It's called Symphony for the Devil.
Yep.
Miguel mentioned it. It is a song about the devil. But Stick a set of headphones on, listen to it deeply, and realize what it's really talking about. Yeah, the song is called Symphony for the Devil, but it's a revelation about how susceptible and how easy it is for Satan to do his job. It's not a song about Satan. It's a song about us.
How easy it is to influence us through the situation.
Listen all the way through. Open your mind. These people are not really putting... speaking from a guy that plays music and records music, you know, most of what's in our mind isn't about subversion. It's about sharing a dream and sharing a magic that is music. And we've discussed several points of how powerful this is. You go to the very deepest, darkest, I'm not talking skin color, I'm talking about how far away these people are from, civilization. We've been finding civilizations, small pockets of humanity since the 40s and 50s. And something that you find in every one of these places had no outside contact, no media, none of the hype, okay? And what you'll find is, in addition to music, 100%, every one of these communities have had music in there. Where'd they get it from? It comes from us. We invented music. We are music, and it comes from us. And the other thing that they found in relation to this, these people that were untouched, that grew up in a community of social justice and music, is that they found that these people had they had a sense of goodwill about them. It was kind of encouraging to me for humanity. What they found in these very, these places where you just don't have any influence from what we experience every day. Yeah, they don't have any of this, but they've got music, and they know how to get along.
And there's not one place on this earth that has not received it.
Yeah, so it's very compelling how powerful music is.
Yeah, music is a natural thing. That's why you have babies that hear a song and they start moving.
Exactly.
Right away.
They used to say, like,
it's
Beethoven,
so
if you played Beethoven for a child while in the womb, that it would help their intelligence and their growth.
Plants respond to music.
Oh, dude,
It's
that
proven,
is one of those
Come on, I'm not
crazy
making this
things
up.
that I've seen. That
Same with the piano.
so
about
crazy.
that.
Yeah,
It's
dude,
an
it's
absolute truth.
crazy.
It's a
Like
scientific
they'll play sad music, like just the beat, nothing else, and the growth of the plant doesn't actually grow like it should. But then you play something that is more like uplifting, just a beat. We're talking nothing audio, like nothing someone singing or rapping or nothing, just straight
Just a
binaural
polarization
beats.
change.
And dude, you got plants that just grow like a freaking weed, outgrowing the normal status, even past the normal status. It's crazy how much the world that we live in reacts to music.
And that's crazy. I did not know
I'm
that.
telling you. That's why I
Yeah,
said
I mean-
whenever I said about Nikola Tesla, his quote, I mess it up every time. But you think in numbers, frequency, and vibration, you will understand the rules of the universe.
Secrets to
And
life.
it's those components
Seriously, no,
that
it's
make
serious.
music.
Like, it's crazy
It
how
is
important
exactly
that
those
is.
components that make music. That's why it's crazy. That's
Yeah.
exactly the
And
component.
everything you think about, and you can deny this, you can agree with this, it doesn't matter. But anything you have in this world works in either 369, it works in frequency, or it works in vibration. There's no other explanation. There's nothing else that you can approve. There's nothing else you can try to manipulate. Everything in this world is made up of those three things. It's so crazy.
It's
And the impact that it has
What do
is
you think
amazing.
about that, Miguel? On a spiritual standpoint.
Well, music originally started with the things of God, in the things of God. Like I said, Lucifer
First was the word.
Worship,
I think it's a gift.
praise leader. In the Old Testament, before the minister would even start preaching, Elijah, before he even started doing what he was to do, he called for the musicians to come and start playing. You know what I'm saying? He
That's
started
why
bringing them in,
churches
and
do it
then-
all
And
now.
then I will start ministering the word.
That's
And
why
what the
churches
Bible
do that
Yeah,
everywhere.
Yeah, so it's the foundation.
model that's
you know
still
what I'm saying?
observed.
It's a foundation, but people can also use what God created and twist it, and that's the problem we have today. We're gonna have to do a part 2 to this one. 'cause
Man,
there's a
I'm telling you.
lot to this one.
Music,
So,
that was a good
great
topic.
subject.
yeah.
Yes, sir.
We've been talking about doing that in a while. We just haven't. But today was a good time, and I like the flow of it.
Dude, it was amazing.
So again, thank you, George, for being with us.
Yes,
Love
sir,
you,
my
big guy.
man.
Thank you, Frank. Shout out Airplay
pleasure.
Studios. Awesome job. My name is Miguel Perez.
My name's Kelton.
We'll see you next week. Don't forget to leave a comment.
And leave a like and let us know if you got anything you want to tell us or anything you want us to talk about. Hit that comment section or hit us up on Facebook. We'll make it happen.
Please subscribe. We'll talk to you later.
Godspeed.
Yeah.